Hello and welcome to our English class. Firstly, I want you to guess our theme looking at these illustrations. Yes, you are right. On the picture there is A, a great poet, writer, translator, educator, a founder of Kazakh literature. Today we are going to talk about him, to listen to his poem Winter, and to talk about it. Now, today's our lesson objectives are to revise comparative and superlative forms of adjectives and adverbs, to differentiate and use them. At the end of the lesson, you will be able to show information in the scheme and spreadsheet. Form adjectives and adverbs in comparative and superlative degrees. Now, firstly, using this brainstorming, it calls starbursting, you should try to answer to these questions about Abay as much as you can. The questions are: who is Abay? When was he born? Where was he born? How many poems has he written? Which of his poems do you know? Okay, great job. Thank you. So today we will talk about how Abay Kunabayev depicts the season in his work. Nature inspired the composer to compose music and artists to paint a picture and poets to write a poetry. Guys, from early childhood you are familiar with the work of poet, writer Abay Kunabayev. Let's remember the biography, the highlights of the great son of Kazakh people. Abay Kunabayev was born on 10th of August in 1845 in Chingiz Intermountains in the Semipalatinsk region, in the family of Bay Kunanbayev. If the father taught the boy to be a man, then his mother in many ways instilled him to be creative. His mother Ayjan was wise and kind. His grandmother Zere played an important role in the poet's life. His real name is Ibrahim, but nickname is Abay. Abay means attentive. Abay got a good education, first in the family, then in madrasa, where they taught Arabian, Persian, and etc. At the same time, he had attended Russian schools. Abay's creativity is limitless. Abay created about 170 poems and 56 translations were written. His works are unique, such as "You are the pupil of my eyes," "Poetry is the rule of the language," "Winter," "Spring," "Autumn," "Summer," etc. Universities, schools were named after the poet. Monuments were erected and museums were opened in different cities of the Republic. Dedicated to a number of postage stamps. In 1993, the image of Abay was placed on the banknote of the National Bank of the Republic. Guys, this section is devoted to the study of landscape and lyrics. Now, I propose to listen to the poem of Abay Kunabayev, Winter. See how the colors and the sounds of winter change in the poet's poem.
Abay Kunabayev, Winter. Broad-shouldered, white-coated, powdered with snow, blind and dumb with a great big silvery beard, granddad winter plots, or with a frown on his brow, by everything living hated and feared. The grumpy old fellow does plenty of harm. His blisters are blizzard, bring snow and cold. With a cloud for a head on his shaggy head, he marches along all the road in his hold. His beetling eyebrows are knit in a frown. When he tosses his head dismal, snows just to fall. Like a crazy old camel, he acts in his rage, rocking and shaking our yacht's thin wall. If the children run out to play in the yard, he pinches their noses and cheeks with cool hands. No sheepskin can keep out the freezing cold. With his back to the wind, the shepherd stands. The horses in vain try shut their eyes. The hungry herd scarcely shuffle their feet. Greedy wolves winters, henchmen bear their thanks. Watch or disaster your flocks may meet.
Guys, I hope you enjoyed the work of the great master of the word Abai. I suggest doing a little research. Now, here the task. You should match the poem about Abai according to the following meanings. Theme of the poem, characteristic of the seasons, expressive means. And here you should present information in the form of a table or diagram. According to these criteria and descriptor, you should do this task. Present your information as discontinuous text, compare a poem by meanings, present information in the form of a table or diagram. Please start. Okay, let's check. The theme of a poem, harsh winter, characteristic of the season, white fur coat, gray-haired snow, cold, snow, blizzard, white grandfather. Expressive means an old matchmaker, a white grandfather, has done a lot of trouble, pulling a cloud over his eyebrows with a hat. He walks, groaning. He is angry, like a mad old camel. Now, guys, for beauty words, poets and writers used adjectives and adverbs. And now here let's revise comparative and superlative degrees of adjective and adverbs. Firstly, let's look at the formulation of it. As you know, we have short and long types of adjectives. Short, it means one syllabled, and long, it means two or more syllabled adjectives. Here, in short adjective, if it is short adjective, you should add er ending in comparative degree and est ending in superlative degree. If it is long adjective, you should put before it more, and in superlative you should put before it the most. And as you know, we have also irregular adjectives. In the degrees of adverbs, we make it in the similar way. So, if it is clear, let's do the next task. Form different degrees of comparison from the following adjectives and adverbs. So you should form it in comparative and superlative degree. The words are warm, old, happy, gloomily, menacingly. Please start. Okay, I am sure that you have completed the task correctly. Let's check. So, the word warm. In comparative, warmer. In superlative degree, the warmest. Old, older, the oldest. Happy, happier, the happiest. Gloomily, more gloomily, the most gloomily. Menacingly, more menacingly, the most menacingly. Now, dear guys, as a result of our well-coordinated work, we have achieved our goals. So, you found out about the work of Abai, adjectives and adverbs with varying degrees of comparison, and you have learned present information in the form of a table or diagram. You have learned also adjectives and adverbs with varying degrees of comparison. Now, guys, express your attitude to the lesson and give self-assessment using the method sandwich. You should answer to these questions. How can you use this learning in different subjects? How do you feel about your work? What have you learned today? What were the weaknesses of your work? How much progress have you made in this lesson? Here you should use these expressions. Now I can. I still need to work on. I've improved in. Today I learned. And at the end you should say, what did you like about today's lesson? Your home task will be to make up 5 sentences with the comparative and superlative forms of adjectives and adverbs above. Thank you for your joining lesson. Bye.